Hey dog lovers, my name is Ian Lynch, and today I'm going to introduce you to the beautiful, fast, and intelligent Afghan Hound. Could this beautiful breed be the right breed for you? Stay tuned and find out. The show-stopping Afghan Hound has such a dignified personality that they're known as the king of dogs. Now this is a very old breed. They've been known in Eastern culture since the dawn of civilization and came to the Western world in the early 1900s after the First World War, where they were brought back to Europe and Britain, and the Britain gentry loved them and their popularity was assured from that. The Afghan Hound is a sight hound, meaning they hunt and they think for themselves. They don't need you, you're lucky to be a part of their life. So I'm thrilled to be here today with my friends Jackie and Doug Walker of Saraband Afghan Hounds to talk to them about a breed that has also captivated them for many years. Jackie and Doug, you have been involved with the Afghan Hound and committed to the Afghan Hound for a very long time. Now when we look at the Afghan Hound, what are we looking for? What are the physical traits of an Afghan Hound that sets them apart?
When anybody asks me what kind of dogs I have and I say Afghans and they look at me, I say tall, thin, long nose, long hair, and a tail with a curl at the end. And they immediately know what breed I'm talking about.
Doug, with regards to the Afghan Hound, they're a sight hound, they've got long legs. How much exercise does an Afghan Hound require?
They need a lot. They're great to walk with, but they do need a yard, and they run and they run. And they
beautiful to watch run.
Beautiful to watch run. Their side movement is phenomenal out there, and then when they really get going, the elasticity in their stride, like they just stretch and just go, and they turn on a dime. Absolutely. It's beautiful when you see them in full motion.
I know someone once described the Afghan Hound moving and running like visual music, and as soon as I heard that, I was like, that's what they look like. They're absolutely gorgeous. Now, to go with that gorgeous look, there's a lot of maintenance and a lot of coat care that goes into the Afghan Hound. Can you let me know what kind of dedication is needed to have a dog that looks as beautiful as Whisper here?
Whisper is bathed every 5 days. It takes me about half an hour to bath her, condition her, and then she sits in a crate for 20 minutes, and then we blow her dry. In less than 2 hours, she's done.
Like you can't let it go. If you let it go, no. The length of time becomes longer because then you're back to brushing your coat to getting it any knots and tangles that are out of it, because they do knot up from time to time.
Now, a lot of people say the Afghan Hound is stupid, and those of us who know the Afghan Hound know it couldn't be any further from the truth. Can you describe the intelligence of the Afghan Hound?
They're very independent, so it makes them hard to train. But we find they're very, very intelligent. If they meet you and like you, they will still like you 3 years later when they see you. They don't forget. They've got amazing memories. If they meet you and don't like you, you'll probably never become friends with them.
So a lot of people, I think, assume the Afghan Hound is stupid, and they're actually more intelligent than other dogs because they have great problem-solving skills. I've always noticed with your dogs, if they want over the gate, they can jump over it, or they can open it with their amazing dexterity. If they want something, they just solve it. Remember one time one of your dogs wanted cookies on the counter and just got himself up on the counter to get those cookies. They're amazingly athletic, so you have to kind of be a step ahead of the Afghan if you can to look after them. Who would you say is an ideal Afghan Hound owner? Because I think a lot of people look at this breed and they see the elegance of it and the mystique that the breed has that captivates people. But who's right for an Afghan Hound?
We feel you have to have a backyard. You have to have a fenced backyard for them to run. It's really important that they get that exercise, mentally and physically. They need that. You have to be dedicated to either grooming them yourself or having someone that can groom them for you.
Coughing up the dough.
Yeah. Or be willing to have them shaved.
People do keep them shorter.
People do keep them shorter, and some of them look really nice with the way that they're trimmed up. And you have to be willing to put the effort in to train them too, to socialize them properly and to train them.
And the younger you start, the better it is for them, because they are a stubborn breed.
I also think a lot of times people don't know too that this is not a breed you can let off the leash. This is not a breed you can go to the beach and let go. These are sight hounds. They're bred to chase things, and they chase things that you don't even see, and they can chase birds in the sky, and they'll be out in another zone quicker than you could ever imagine. They are so fast.
And the recall isn't there.
No. They'll come back, I think, sometimes, but it's only kind of when they kind of decide they want to come and visit
That's
you
right.
again. And
That's right.
This is their independence kicking in. I'll come back when I want to come back, not when you want me to come back.
Absolutely. And that goes back to the history of the Afghan Hound, because they were bred to go and hunt and kill on their own. They weren't like a Labrador Retriever or a Poodle
That's
who's
right.
looking back to you constantly asking, what should I do next? What can I do next to please you? They have this instinct. They go and get the job done on their own, and they're quite pleased with themselves that way.
That's right.
This is part of their intelligence.
Absolutely.
They're out there thinking on their own.
I've noticed that recently I'm seeing more and more people get Afghan Hounds as family pets. Do they make good pets for households with children, with cats, with other pets?
We've never had problems with our dogs, with our children. And we had dogs long before we had children. And our youngest daughter was 15 months when she came. And the dogs loved her right from the start. In fact, when we used to breed, we used to pay the neighborhood kids to come and play with the puppies so they would get used to children.
Absolutely.
And our dogs have lived with cats. Our daughter has pugs, and they all get along. We'll have all the Afghans and the pugs together.
That's
So
wonderful.
I do think that they get along.
Absolutely.
They're good with kids and good with other dogs.
And like with any breed of dog or any dog at all, if the kids are good with dogs and respectful
right.
and vice versa, then it's a beautiful, harmonious home.
That's right.
Well, I love the Afghan Hound. If someone wants to learn more about the Afghan Hound, I know you are very involved in the Afghan Hound Club of Ontario. How can they get in touch with them?
The Afghan Hound Club of Ontario does have a Facebook page, and we're slowly getting more and more people following us because we're a very new club. The Afghan Hound Club of Canada has a very good website if they wanted more information.
You can find breeder referrals there,
Yes.
information
Yeah.
about the breed.
Exactly.
Fantastic. The Afghan Hound is a fascinating sight hound of remarkable contradictions. They're aloof, but when they're with the people they love, they're upbeat, friendly, and goofy. This is an intelligent breed who needs an owner who's just as smart as them. Be sure you like and subscribe to my videos to learn all about the beautiful purebred dogs this world has to offer. Until next time, take good care of your dogs, and they'll take good care of you.
But how can you not like this? Is this not just Afghan?